Never has there been a subject that there is more confusion on, I don't think, as horse bits. And it seems like that most people feel that bits have a tremendous influence on their ability to use their horse. And I will tell you this right now, the bit is a very small component of that. When it comes to horsemanship, your attitude, your softness, your approach has everything to do with it. Your timing. The softness of your hands and the suppleness of your horse has nothing to do with the bit. Most bits that people use are leverage, and the horse is avoiding pain or responding to signal through leverage, through pressure, through the avoidance of pain, let's say. So you see all these long shank bits with curbs on them and people cranking on them. Well, see, that's not how we do it here. We ride our horses with softness. We ride our horses with feel. So what we try to do is come up with a way to ride that horse to make him more comfortable and make him more confident with us on his back and make him more receptive to our signal in a way where he's not just trying to avoid pain or to avoid us. So we try to develop a more harmonious relationship with our horse. So with that all said, you got to go back to my other videos and you got to learn how to soften your horse, and you have to learn to supple your horse in hand and to develop that softness that he has, and you have to eliminate a lot of factors that would influence his stiffness. Sharp teeth, back out of place, chiropractic work needing done. I could make a list of 150 things that could influence that. So bits are kind of like fishing lures. You got guys that go fishing, they've got 150 lures in their tackle box. And I'm here to tell you, if the fish are biting, they'll bite on anything. It doesn't matter. And bits are the same way. You go out to the bit shop, he's got more bits out there than most guys got fishing lures. And it really doesn't matter. You know, you got different disciplines that require different things. I understand all that. But for the most part, what I'm going to show you here is what I recommend in bits that we've developed over many years to provide the horse with softness and have a bit that's comfortable in his mouth, that is flavorful, that doesn't have a bad taste and doesn't pinch. So the three bits that we use that I recommend, this is our, they call it a French link. It has stainless steel rings, and the mouthpiece is sweet iron, and the tongue lozenge, which is the center part, is brass. Well, the combination of those metals is very flavorful to a horse. And that is a bit that we would use in the early stages of a horse's riding and training. Or their English style riding, direct reining, you're going to use this bit right here. It's really not proper etiquette to use this bit when you're riding one-handed, okay? You want to use a curb bit when you're riding one-handed. So I'd recommend this bit for English riding, direct reining, or early preliminary schooling of a Western horse, okay? This is a bit that we've used for many years here that we call it the teardrop shank. You'll notice it's got the same exact mouthpiece as the Snaffle, okay? So we're going to ride him starting out direct rein with this, and then we're going to transition him into this same mouthpiece. What I found is if you eliminate confusion, as much confusion as you can eliminate in riding a horse, the better off you're going to be in the long run. So we try to keep the same mouthpiece as he transitions through his progress in his bitting. So we use this bit here, our reins hook in here. This is the curb that I recommend, is a smooth curb. I don't recommend knots and chains and all that stuff you see on these curbs. That's all you need right there. It's just a nice smooth piece of leather, or this is the biothane type thing. Nice, soft, smooth leather curb, okay? Just like that. That's going to hang in his mouth at the same angle as his mouth, okay? See how that bit's balanced? See how that is all bent to form to his mouth? See how that width is the same width as his tongue? Well, that's from years and years of trial and error, of just day after day after day trying to make this more comfortable for that horse. See, these rings right here are flat. Most bits you see, that's going to be straight up and down. Hits the roof of his mouth. It's painful. So this is what I recommend in a, I would call a intermediate stage horse, trail riding, recreational use. You can ride this bit two-handed and one-handed, okay? So this is a bit that you can ride direct rein or one-handed, okay? And then this bit is the bit I use that I really like, that we developed. We got some ideas from here and there, and then we kind of ended up with this bit, okay? These rings are on here to take out the movement of the rein. When your reins move, this mouthpiece stays still. So as you're going along and moving and your reins are moving, this kind of simulates a chain on a spade bit where it takes out that shock and movement, okay? Once again, same mouthpiece as we started with the other bits. Okay. So these three bits right here are what I recommend, and I'm here to tell you that I've got two fishing lures that I could take to every lake on the planet and catch fish with. I could take these three bits and ride every horse that ever was born with, okay? These are very forgiving bits. They're made to work for a horse no matter what size his tongue is, because every horse has got a different size tongue. Every horse's jaw's got a different width. This is made to where it's very, very forgiving and very universal to use on multiple kinds of horses. The bits all come in different sizes, and I'll show you here in another video how to measure your horse for the proper size bit and make sure it's adjusted correctly and all. We'll do that here in the next video. So, but that's my little speech on bits, and just remember, it's more about your softness and your hands and your attitude, using your seat and your legs and everything everything coordinates to ride that horse. And if you got to get on your horse and control him with the bit and with leverage, you got a big problem. And that's high stakes gambling, and you're probably going to lose. What you want to do is support him and signal him, and he responds to you in a very obedient way. And if he doesn't do that, I suggest you stop and back up and go to some of my other videos and learn how to, rather than take it from your horse, have him give it to you. And that's what I'd advise you do and recommend, and I'd almost be certain you'll succeed if you do that.